Welcome to PMC 101, an introduction for new students with disabilities to Paul Menton Center services. In this video presentation, we will introduce you to the Paul Menton Center staff and explain how they are structured as a department. We will focus on the three core pillars of the PMC's mandate. These pillars include the provision of accommodation services and skill-building opportunities, and the integration of students with disabilities into the larger Carleton community. Meet the staff of the Paul Menton Center. They are a dedicated and caring group of people who will be here to support you during your studies at Carleton. Since its inception in 1990, the Paul Menton Center has been on the forefront of creating innovative programs and services for a growing and increasingly diverse population of students with disabilities. Today, the staff at the PMC has the privilege of supporting over 3,600 students with disabilities in the pursuit of their university education. The PMC team is a multidisciplinary group of professionals with background in education, social work, and counseling. Structurally, the Paul Menton Center reports to the Office of the Vice President of Students and Enrollment. Under the leadership of Larry McCloskey, PMC employs 20-plus staff in various roles to carry out its mandate. 12 PMC coordinators work directly with students and provide case management and support. Students are assigned to a PMC coordinator for the duration of their studies at Carleton, who becomes the go-to person if they encounter problems along the way. Maureen Jones is the departmental administrator who manages the front desk reception and assists with student services. Bruce Ham is the manager of student services. He has a great team of specialists working behind the scenes to deliver efficient and seamless student services, such as the peer volunteer note-taking program, captioning, ASL interpretation, etc. Jason Govius and Jordan Tremblay are our two resident experts on assistive technology and can address any questions you have about AT. The Paul Menton Center's mandate has three important core pillars. Our primary mandate is to provide individualized academic accommodations and support services to students with disabilities while maintaining academic standards. The purpose of the accommodations is to level the playing field while ensuring students with disabilities meet the same learning outcomes, essential requirements, and competencies as other students. Our second mandate is to provide student development opportunities for students to develop independence and resilience while they are in university. These skills development opportunities are available at PMC and in the larger Carleton community. Our third mandate is the integration of students with disabilities into the Carleton community. Like all other students, students with disabilities are members of the CU community, with the same rights and responsibilities that community membership entails. Similarly, students with disabilities have access to all the services and facilities that are available to all other students on campus. PMC works with campus partners to ensure these services are accessible. The accommodation of students with disabilities is a shared responsibility at Carleton and follows an integrated model. The PMC works in partnership with professors and student service departments on campus to deliver integrated and seamless services to students with disabilities. Now let's take a look at the three core pillars of the PMC mandate. Accommodation services. In Carleton's academic accommodation policy for students with disabilities, available on the PMC website, PMC is the designated department to coordinate delivery of accommodations in partnership with academic staff and campus partners. As a student with a disability, it is your responsibility to self-identify to PMC for accommodations, provide documentation, and participate in the accommodation process. It is also the student's responsibility to request accommodations and services early each term. PMC plays a central role in the evaluation of disability documentation and in the assessment of individualized academic accommodation requests while maintaining academic standards. The implementation of academic accommodations is a shared responsibility at Carleton. The policy specifies roles and responsibilities of PMC, students, and faculty in the accommodation process. The Letter of Accommodation, or LOA, is a formal document through which you request accommodation from your professors each term. There are 4 easy steps to accessing accommodation and support services at the Paul Menton Center. Number 1. Meet with your PMC coordinator for a 20-minute follow-up appointment to set up accommodations for your courses if you had already completed the intake process in the previous term. Number 2. Follow up with your professors, TAs, or lab instructors to discuss the implementation of your accommodations. Number 3. Monitor your progress during the term. Advise your PMC coordinator of any issues or problems with your accommodations. Number 4. Check your Carleton email regularly for communication from PMC, your professors, and the McIntyre Exam Center, or MEC. Remember to always book your appointment through the PMC front desk via email at pmc@carleton.ca. Step 1. Follow up with your PMC coordinator after your first week of classes. Prepare for your meeting by reviewing your course outlines beforehand for information on how the course will be delivered online, whether synchronous, asynchronous, or blended, how you will be evaluated, when assignments are due, and what are the reading requirements. In your first class, evaluate whether your professors provide sufficient lecture materials and note-taking support on CU Learn for each course in order to assess whether you will need a note-taker for the course. Keep in mind that lectures are pre-recorded in asynchronous courses and could be pre-recorded in blended courses with some live component. At the meeting, you and your coordinator will review course outlines, discuss accommodations you will need for each course, and explore referrals to support services offered by PMC and the CU community. As well, you will review procedures and responsibilities. At the conclusion of the meeting, a letter of accommodation for each course will be emailed to your professor. This is what a letter of accommodation looks like. It specifies accommodations recommended for tests and exams and for classroom participation in a particular course. It is effective from the date when it is issued. Step 2. Follow up with your professor. After your letters of accommodation have been sent, you will send a follow-up email or schedule a virtual meeting with each of your professors or lab instructors to discuss how accommodations will be applied. For online courses, discuss how they are planning to apply the extra time for online tests and exams. When classes are scheduled on campus, the process will be a little different. If you have accommodations for tests and exams, you will be writing at the McIntyre Exam Center. In order for you to write your tests and exams at the MEC, your professors are required to submit a test booking at least 2 weeks before the test or exam. If you have supplemental notes as an accommodation, whether on campus or online, ask your professors to kindly post or make an announcement in CU Learn or in your on-campus classroom to ask for volunteer note-takers. During your meeting with your professors, please note you are not required to disclose the nature of your disability. Step 3. Monitor both your learning and mental health. During the term, it is important to assess how well you are learning and whether your support and strategies are working. Ask yourself these questions. How are my accommodations and support services working for me? Are they more than I need? Do they need to be changed or modified? How good are my study skills and learning strategies? How do I ask my professors or TAs for help? Am I managing my time effectively? What other services are available at PMC and on campus to help me with my issues or needs? If any of these questions resonate with you and you do not know where to seek further support, please do not hesitate to reach out to your PMC coordinator by booking a phone appointment or send them an email. Also, monitor your mental health. If you are feeling overwhelmed or stressed, not adjusting well to university, or feeling lonely and isolated, and don't know where to seek help, please reach out to your PMC coordinator. Step 4. Check your CMail regularly. Carleton University uses CMail as the main method of communication with students. Please check your C-mail regularly so you do not miss important communication from PMC, MEC, your professors, and other departments on campus. With regard to students' responsibilities, you are expected to actively participate and cooperate in the accommodation process. Accommodations are not automatically renewed from term to term. You are required to request accommodations from your PMC coordinator at the beginning of every term, either by booking a 20-minute in-person or phone appointment, or by submitting an online request through the My PMC portal. Be willing to try reasonable accommodations suggested by your PMC coordinator. Once your letters of accommodation have been emailed to your professors, please follow up with each one of them to discuss how the extra time accommodation will be arranged for your online tests and exams. If you notice problems or issues with your accommodations, please contact your PMC coordinator immediately. Concerning professors' responsibilities, Carleton has a culture where professors are generally accommodating towards students with disabilities and take their shared responsibility in the accommodation process seriously. Your professors are responsible for the implementation of the accommodations specified in your letters of accommodation, informing TAs of your needs. They work with PMC to coordinate classroom accommodations, such as supplemental notes provided by peer volunteer note-takers, sign language interpreters, captioning, etc. When courses and exams are delivered online, professors have the option of applying the extra time accommodation themselves in CU Learn, or they can request support from the McIntyre Exam Center. When exams are on campus, professors work with McIntyre Exam Center to provide accommodations. The McIntyre Exam Center, or MEC, is part of Scheduling and Examination Services and coordinates accommodations for some online and all on-campus tests, midterms, and exams. PMC staff works closely with them to deliver these accommodations. There are two MEC locations, 133 UC and 124 Patterson. Each location can accommodate up to 40 students at any given time. This fall, all tests and exams will be delivered online. Your professors can request scheduling and accommodation assistance from MEC, who will send confirmation to students. But professors also have the option of applying the extra time accommodation themselves on CU Learn. So again, discuss with your professor how they intend to implement that accommodation. When classes are scheduled on campus again, the process will be different, and MEC will play a central role in providing accommodations for tests and exams. For on-campus tests, they will create a seat for a student once they receive a test booking from the professor and confirm the arrangement with the student by email 1 week before the test. If you do not receive an email, you should contact your PMC coordinator to look into the situation. For on-campus final and deferred exams scheduled by the registrar's office, professors are not required to book MEC. There is a deadline for students to request accommodations for final exams if they have not already requested accommodations earlier in the term. The deadline will be different for each term. Consult the Carleton's academic deadlines on the registrar's office website. The process for organizing accommodations for final and deferred exams is a little different than for in-class tests. Students receive confirmation of their accommodation arrangements 1 week before the first day of the formal exam period by email and through their personalized My Exam schedule on Carleton Central or on their smartphone through the Carleton mobile app. MEC will deliver all the completed on-campus tests and exams to the departments, usually the following business day. Visit the Scheduling and Examination Services website for exam accommodations information. Students often have questions about how they are going to write their exams with accommodations on CU Learn. PMC staff has prepared answers to a list of frequently asked questions. Here are the answers to 3 commonly asked questions. How are online exams different from on-campus exams? You are responsible for the conditions in which you write your online tests and exams. You will not need most accommodations you usually have for exams written on campus. For example, quiet location, when and how to take breaks, comfortable furniture, etc. You will need accommodations for things that you do not have control over, such as the duration of tests and exams, and the date and time when they are scheduled. How will I receive my usual extra time for my timed online exams? The extra time will be applied to your online exams in CU Learn, either by your professors or by the McIntyre Exam Center. How should I prepare my physical environment at home to ensure an optimal exam writing experience? Ensure your physical environment is quiet, comfortable, and relatively distraction-free during your exams. Make prior arrangements with family members or roommates to give you the space and quietness you need during your exams. Consider wearing noise cancellation headphones or earplugs to reduce noise from your immediate surroundings. Check out our complete FAQs for online exams on the PMC website. Occasionally, a conflict can arise with the implementation of an accommodation. The academic accommodation policy has both informal and formal mechanisms for students and professors to appeal if there is an issue with a particular academic accommodation and/or how it was provided. Often, problems or disagreements are usually resolved informally through the mediation efforts of the PMC coordinator, through discussion with the professor and/or chair of the department. If a problem or complaint is not resolved at the informal level, the case is escalated to the Senior Academic Accommodation Appeals Committee at either the request of the student or faculty member. Skills development. As students embarking on an exciting new chapter in your life, we invite you to embrace a growth mindset as you move through your studies. While getting good grades is important, it is also important to enjoy your university experience and to seek out opportunities for skills development. Skills development opportunities in learning, mental health and well-being, and employability are available through PMC and the wider CU community. This year, PMC is piloting a new program for new students called MORE, Metacognition, Outcomes, Resilience, and Education. Through enhanced supports, the goal of MORE is to improve academic and mental health outcomes by increasing student engagement and building skills and resilience. The official launch date of MORE is September 9th and ends in the winter semester, after which point we will assess its benefits to students. There are 5 core components of the program. Students will complete assessments designed to gauge their functional impairments, their practices and attitudes towards learning and studying, and their mental health and well-being. These assessments will be completed at intake as well as upon exiting the program. Informed by assessment results, the Student Development Plan provides a summary of the student's strengths, areas of need, and goals in different life domains, including school, work, health and well-being, and social and interpersonal relationships. All participating MORE students will be required to take modules on online learning strategies, LS, through CU Learn on topics like time management, note-taking, studying for exams, and academic writing in university. Students work one-on-one with a learning strategist to develop specific learning strategies and skills, or with a counseling intern to address specific issues as identified in their student development plan. Students will receive regular check-ins from their PMC coordinators as part of the scaffolding support of MORE. These regular check-ins provide an opportunity for students to discuss what is working, what is not working, and whether further intervention or support is needed. This is an example of a student development plan. It includes strengths, areas of need, and goals. The plan is reviewed and updated with student input over the academic year. In addition to the learning strategies supports offered by PMC, there are other resources offered by the wider CU community to help you become a more effective learner. The Center for Student Academic Support, CSAS, is a great resource for online learning support services for all students. New this fall, online learning orientation workshops are available to teach you the nuts and bolts of online learning on CU Learn. This fall, the Peer-Assisted Study Sessions, PASS, workshops and office hours will be held virtually on Zoom. These tutorial sessions on selected courses are run by PASS facilitators who had taken these courses with the same professors. They offer review of course materials in engaging and collaborative ways. CSAS offers online learning support workshops on a variety of topics related to study skills and learning strategies. You can self-enroll from their website. If you need advice on writing your papers, they offer one-on-one 50-minute virtual writing consultations through Microsoft Teams. CSAS also offers virtual one-on-one learning support sessions with peer learning assistants. Check out their website for more information. In the wider CU community, the School of Mathematics and Statistics has a math tutorial center that provides tutorial help for first-year math courses. The Science Student Success Center is a good resource for science students. They have mentors, workshops, study groups, and other learning resources. The Faculty of Engineering recently created the Elsie McGill Learning Center to provide drop-in tutorial services for students taking first-year engineering courses. Lastly, make effective use of your professors and TAs during their virtual office hours. A variety of resources are available on campus to help you manage your mental health and well-being. At PMC, we offer disability counseling and motivational coaching through interns from the Master in Education Counseling program at University of Ottawa. Ask for a referral from your PMC coordinator. FIDA, from Intention to Action, helps students to better manage stress and improve their academic performance by navigating the personal stressors that can get in the way of school. Students in this program work one-on-one with a staff member for 1 hour every week for 12 consecutive weeks. Health and counseling services provide short-term counseling for students struggling with anxiety, depression, sexual violence, or personal and academic stress. Their mental health team consists of part-time psychiatrists, GP psychotherapists, and MA counselors. Their approach is strength-based and solution-focused therapy. They also have counselors who work specifically with international students, graduate students, those who have experienced sexual violence, and LGBTQS2+ students. The Residence Counseling and Wellness Center is a satellite office of Health and Counseling Services. It is located in 131 Renfrew Building. They have 3 full-time counselors. Students living in residence can book an appointment with a counselor by calling 613-520-2600, extension 8061. Empower Me is funded by CUSA, the Carleton University Student Association, and the university. Undergraduate students have access to free counseling services in the community through Empower Me by telephone, video counseling, or e-counseling. This free service is accessible 24/7, 365 days per year. Call toll-free 1-844-741-6389 to make an appointment. Carleton has created online tools and resources to help you understand, manage, and improve your mental health and well-being while at university. Visit carleton.ca/wellness. Learning to use assistive technology effectively is important for fostering independence in university and beyond. At PMC, we provide one-on-one training on how to use assistive software. We also offer group workshops on how to take good notes using assistive technology. Jordan and Jason will meet with students to demo different AT software and devices. Jordan, who works as both a learning strategist and assistive technologist, will often incorporate AT in learning strategy and study skills development. PMC has been working with Career Services to develop employment supports specifically for students with disabilities. The outcome of this collaboration is ACT, Accessible Career Transition, which offers a designated consultant to work specifically with students with disabilities. With a background in disabilities as well as in employment and career, this consultant, Nicole Borges, provides individualized support to help students with job search strategies, personal marketing through resume, LinkedIn, networking, interview and salary negotiation skills, and issues related to disclosure of disability and workplace accommodations. ACT to Employ has a mandate to provide paid part-time experiential job opportunities for students with disabilities on campus. Jenna Lambert and Amanda Hodgson are both student advisors with ACT to Employ. Carleton Community. The Library Accessibility Services provides two very important services to students with disabilities. For students who have print disabilities, they provide the conversion of required course readings into accessible digital format. In order to access this service, a referral is required from your PMC coordinator. The new Sun Joy McLaren Adaptive Technology Center is a quiet space with 10 individual rooms, each equipped with assistive technologies. This fall, it will be open Monday to Friday during regular business hours by appointment. Ask your PMC coordinator for a referral and more information. The library also provides research assistance through its Research Help Desk and consultation with subject specialists. Visit the Macodrum Library website for a list of library services. If you need academic advising during your first year or help with changing your major, the staff at the Academic Advising Center can help. Advising appointments are available remotely. Contact academicadvising@carleton.ca. Also, departmental advisors are available to provide academic advising to upper year students in their programs. The Registrar's Office manages academic activities and records for all undergraduate and special students. They schedule formal exams and deferrals, handle academic appeals, and issue transcripts and certificates of enrollment. Student Affairs administers the Student Rights and Responsibilities policies. They deal with conduct issues and provide support for students at risk through coordinated case management with campus partners. The Awards and Financial Office administers government financial assistance programs, such as OSAP or the Work-Study Program. PMC works closely with the Awards Office to administer the Bursary for Students with Disabilities and the Canada Student Grant for Services and Equipment for Persons with Permanent Disabilities. The Awards Office also administers internal awards, such as entrance scholarships, departmental awards, and bursaries. The UPass Office administers the UPass on behalf of the university and handles requests for opt-in and opt-out of this transit pass. If you are a graduate student, you can obtain health, dental, and accident insurance coverage through the Graduate Students Union. They also run the famous Mike's Place pub on campus. CUSA, the Carleton Undergraduate Students Association, offers a wide range of services to undergraduate students. If you are taking a minimum of 4 courses in the fall term, you are automatically enrolled in its health and dental plan. If you are taking less than 4 courses in the fall term, you can self-enroll during the change of coverage period, which is between September 9th and 30th, 2020, for full-year coverage. CUSA provides direct services to undergraduate students through its 9 service centers, as well as a host of clubs and societies. They also offer access to counseling through EmpowerMe. For more information about CUSA's services, visit their website at cusaonline.ca. Thank you for listening. Here are a couple final thoughts to wrap up. Meeting deadlines is an important skill in university. Be mindful of deadlines in each academic term. Check out the Registrar's Office website for 2020-2021 dates and deadlines. Request accommodations early each term. Keep track of your deadlines for assignments in the term. There are only 12 weeks of classes in a term. If you need help, ask your PMC coordinator for a referral to a learning strategist to help with time management. We are here to support you. please stay connected with your PMC coordinator and other staff at PMC. Have a great year.